It's our honor to have Dr. Ashraf Shikhaliyev, Ambassador of Azerbaijan, with us. Azerbaijan is a very famous country in Central Asia. When it's free from USSR, you can't believe it's go higher to higher, day by day, year by year. We are very happy to with our Excellency Dr. Ashraf Shikhaliyev. Sir, how do you feel that India and Azerbaijan relations right now, and how do you see the business, culture and tourism relations current scenario?
Thank you for your question. Diplomatic relations between our countries were established on 28 February 1992, and since then our friendly relations have been developing on a steady base. And I should say that Azerbaijan and India had historical cultural ties, and friendly relations between our people enable for Indian businesses to come and establish their local representations in Azerbaijan. The trade between our countries in 2020 was the import of Azerbaijan. It was mostly one product, Azerbaijani crude oil, to India. It was around $1 billion US, and imports from India in Azerbaijan, they were around 136 million US. Mostly that was pharmaceuticals, electronic machinery, rice and spices. So there are ways to diversify and balance the trade, and I should say that the cultural relations are also developing along the business relations. So the Indian movies are increasingly being shot in Azerbaijan, and that opens Azerbaijan to Indian people.
So, Excellency, now these days, our province Haryana is very growing fastly, and our Chief Minister, Mr. Manohar Lal, is also keen to interested to develop their business relations, cultural relations, education relations, and many more relations to develop with all of the world, with all countries. So, how do you see our province Haryana in this scenario, sir?
I should say that as an embassy, we'll do our best to promote relations with the businesses of Haryana and Azerbaijan. And for Haryana businesses, I should say that in Azerbaijan, those Haryana producers, if they target the European Union markets, they would find that Azerbaijan is very conveniently located in a close vicinity to three lucrative markets. One is the CIS countries market, and second one, and it is close to Azerbaijan, it is European Union market, and the third one is the Persian Gulf countries market. So the Indian producers of Haryana, they may consider shifting their production to Azerbaijani technological industrial parks, and there is a Alat free economic zone in Azerbaijan that offers tax incentives to investors, and then they will save considerably on the tax relief and all the transportation costs. So they should look at these opportunities, and of course as an embassy will provide any support to them.
Thank you, Excellency. And Excellency, how do you accept? I think I say with the confidence that what is acceptance of the ambassador of Azerbaijan from the India or from the Haryanas?
Haryana is one of the leading economic states, and it has huge potential for promoting exports and contributing to increase and diversify Indian exports. So of course, we are very much interested in establishing business relations with the businesses of Haryana and are ready to work with relevant chambers of commerce in facilitating visits, mutual visits of our business delegations.
Thank you. So, how do you see we develop the relations with education, sir? So, as far as I know, the Haryana is a very leading in education sector, sir. And please told about the Azerbaijan education sector, sir.
The Azerbaijan is a country where literacy level is almost 100%. There are very much skilled English-speaking professionals in Azerbaijan, and that is due to the strong educational system. And as an embassy, we would promote exchange of students, exchange of teachers, cooperation between our universities. So it could be both. It could be in online format educations, or it could be by providing scholarships. In Azerbaijan, there are scholarships of AIDA scholarships. They are offering a limited number of scholarships to Indian applicants. So the students from, or the pupils of school of Haryana can apply to those scholarships. And I believe that Haryana universities might also offer some scholarships for foreign students, and the interested young people from Azerbaijan would be glad to apply for those scholarships.
Because, Excellency, we have the IIT, we have the NIT in our Kshetra University, and many more universities. Like Kshetra University is also very oldest and very good university. In education sector, we are good. In industry, we are good. So in trade, we are good. So that's why we are here to explore our business relation, cultural relation, trade relations, educational relations, and tourism relations also. So we accept that, as we discussed with Excellency Dr. Ashraf Shikhaliyev, in future, as far as we think that Haryana province and India also will develop good relations with Azerbaijan. We hope so, sir.
I also hope, and I should say that the number of Indian tourists visiting Azerbaijan in 2018 and 2019 were doubling annually.
Great.
And we look forward that after COVID pandemic ends, we will restore this tendency, and a lot of tourists from Haryana are welcome to visit Azerbaijan, the land of fire. And why the land of fire? Because there is an eternal fire in Azerbaijan, in a Yanardağ, because there is a Hindu temple in Ateshgah. It is called the Home of Fire, where eternal fire was there till 1960s. And at the entrance there is an engraving in Sanskrit and in Punjabi.
Great.
And now it is preserved as by the government as a museum, and it is the top destination for Indian tourists. There are a lot of buses were bringing Indian tourists, and I hope that the tendency of tourism doubling annually would be restored. But we'll look forward to it.